was talking to a young man yesterday about leaving a legacy. He's under 30 years old and smartly talked to one of my, I won't call him one of my friends, but I don't think we're friends yet. But he's certainly a mentor who does a lot of good work with our youth. I want to say locally here, but I think his impact is national, if not international, based upon where these kids eventually go to school and live their lives. This young man came to me and we were talking about legacy. He has a child, and I was talking to him about how the investments work, and I was giving him my experience, which is that which I've done and that which I've messed up and haven't done. It has always been my goal to leave a legacy, whether it was based upon what I've done right or wrong. I'm very aware of the mistakes I've made, and I'm also very aware of the successes that I've had at some level. One of the greatest things I could have done growing up, now that I'm a little bit older, is learning about Christianity. What I've learned about Christianity is that it is a white sheet on a table. And it purifies what's underneath it, and it justifies what's on top of it. There are a lot of people that claim Christianity. Christianity, as I have read about it, was a religion that was created from the teachings of Jewish tradition, and which was its basis, the historical traditions of Mosaic law and Talmudic law, and it ranges from one extreme to the other. Passivity to aggressiveness, all depending on the Christianity that you believe. You will find people who don't have a problem with speaking against the very nature of the sweetest of people who with the greatest of intentions, and then you will have people who passively just quietly pray to themselves and ask God to fix it somehow. The extremes in Christianity show up in our society, and there are extremes. There are extremes that don't believe that women have authority of any type at all. There are extremes that believe that women shouldn't vote. There are people who believe that men and men should not be together as a couple, and women should not be together as a couple. There are people who still believe that it is for government to make these decisions on what is right and wrong. I'm not of that belief. And again, this is a legacy product for my grandchildren and those who listen to me. I'm of the belief that as I study Christianity, I have a personal responsibility to personally keep my life in order, which alone is a major task. Major. getting rid of those things that I think that hinder me. And that my greatest adjustments are on myself and not on someone else's choices. Because I do not have the role of being anyone's judge or jury. I believe that in focusing in on my judgment, that I have the responsibility of being gracious and merciful towards other people in my life as it pertains to what they do in their life, because I'm not in their life like that. I don't have a clue of what a man and a woman finds acceptable in their bedroom, nor is it my business, in my opinion, to have a clue of what two men, two women, or whoever do in the space of their time in life. For me, I have what I believe is moral for me. It is real easy today, the year 2024, for a group of people to get together to make decisions for everybody, which tells me a lot about the people who get together to make decisions for everybody. It tells me that they think they're God, and they think their collaborative and their collaborative job, position, is to be the Pharisee and the Sadducee of the year 2024, or this era, not understanding that they're falling into the same trap that is spoken of in their version of Christianity. They've become the Pharisees and the Sadducees, thinking they're something different. And they're not. They have decided who sits in the front of their organizations based upon financial contributions. They have decided how to treat the poor based upon the poor's willingness to do their bidding, not according to the tenets of Christianity, which, by the way, was a sarcastic term for those who believed in the kingdom of God. No, they want people to do as they want them to do, and don't see the pharisaical or the pharisaical nature of it at all. Even though they're doing the same thing. It's justified in their eyes by being beholden to their organizations is the most important thing, even that of living out a life offering grace and mercy. They have decided whom they will offer the grace and mercy to, and have created cult-like behaviors. Not trying to, but just do. They've decided that if you don't follow our tenets, if you don't do what we think, then we will not accept you. Which is the opposite of Jesus the Christ. Some of the examples are real simple. When Jesus met the 12 influential people in the neighborhood, he met 12 influencers, and he walked them down and taught them how to go to people's homes and how to heal people and draw people, bring them together, and share resources, saying that there is neither Greek nor Jew. Accepting gifts from the poor, offering them comfort, healing those who had ailments and the inability to get the high cost medical treatments. Were walking the streets in their ailments because they couldn't get help from the elite. Sound familiar? It should. We get lost in the storytelling and don't realize that we've become the story itself. All of a sudden, we are too good for another group of people, and we become the story, but not on the good side. We become elitists, not knowing or not paying attention to our attitude towards people. We gain some success, and all of a sudden we can't help others because, after all, if I became successful, how come you didn't? I did it on my own. No one helped me. So why should I help you? Even forgetting, and I dare say, even in your mind making such a foolish statement, understanding that there is no one that can become successful without the help of others. You've taken on a blasphemous position and can't even see yourself.